So, it's time for me to get philosophical again. Because you know I love getting philosophical. And one of the things that this episode mainly focused on was dreams. What is a dream? How important is a dream? Should it mean to you? And does it matter if you accomplish it or not? The true purpose of a dream, a goal, of an ambition, does it really matter if we accomplish it or not? What is the point for you, that is, for a dream? You know, we all have our things. We look back. We think way back when we were kids. And we're like, okay, this is what I wanted to be. There are a lot of things I wanted to be. I watched TV. I wanted to be a judge one time. Yep. Wanted to be a soccer player, football player, wrestler, a bowler. Oddly enough, I knew I wanted to be a professional gamer. But besides that, there was always a big difference of what we wanted to be. We all have silly dreams, some realistic dreams, and as we grow up, they change. Our view changes, the way we act, the way we do things. Time changes people. That's just how it happens. Nothing you can do about it. And sometimes you won't even notice it. You realize it's something that you felt like it's always been there, but people from the outside, like, hey, you start doing that now, or you don't do that anymore. Every single time. That's just the reality of it. Now, a man once said, a course campus of mine, we were sitting outside by a fountain, and he was telling me about dreams, actually. He said how it's not important that you accomplish the dream, it's that you never forget it. The importance of the dream is that you never forget the dream. It's it's a spark inside of every human. It helps us move forward, keeps us keeping on, you know, gives that push, that edge that we need to keep moving forward in life. You know, like, it's that motivation. That's why people look up to others. Their heroes, their idols, their mentors, their coaches, their bosses. That's why we have these things. We have a goalpost, in a way, and we wish to strive. It could be a childish dream, but it keeps you in the back. It makes you feel like this. It motivates you. You can be a custodian, a retail worker, and you think about your dream. It pushes you through the day. Whether you accomplish it or not, it's what keeps the kindle, lights the fire in your heart, your will. And it's very important that we keep that. It can be a silly dream, wanting to be a superhero or being in the army, but you never accomplished it. And even though you gotten some skills towards that dream, but you never achieved it, it still lives on in your heart. And then you see others that you might know have the potential to do what you cannot do. And that's why sometimes we have teachers. Some teachers are teachers because they succeeded and they want to teach others to pass down what they know. Others fail to do what they want to do and want to pass down their knowledge of what they know to others so they can accomplish and show them the ropes. Like, I didn't do this, but I learned that later on. So I want to make sure you have the advantage, the head start, so you know what to do when this situation happens. So, where I'm going off all this, in the episode, they were just talking about dreams and what they want to do. And some of them realized at the bar that how, yeah, these dreams that we have may not be possible. Lance guy wants to be a hero, he wants to do all the good deeds, get out the girls and ladies and stuff. The night guy wants to be a king, but he says he's not smart enough. And him being a king now and then studying later will make him a foolish king. Goblin Slayer wanted to be a hero, not just an adventurer, but a hero. All he really does is slay goblins. He don't see himself as an adventurer. He uses the guild just a means to an end, but he wants to be the hero, slay the dragon, save the princess, save the world. That's what he wants, in a way. But he isn't that. He doesn't see himself as that. So that's why they open up this new training ground now. Something that they kind of wish they had in season 1. Imagine in season 1, you just go out there on an adventure and then you just die just like that. But this way, you go out there and you learn. Learning in school is one thing, but going around as an internship in a way helps you out more. But in a way, even internships aren't that good anyway, because sometimes they'll make sure you do the bare minimum when it comes to internship. You just look around most times. You do the most basic jobs ever. Best thing to do is get the little jobs, the part-time jobs, the little summer jobs in a way, and it'll help you build character. So while everyone else is out enjoying their summer, you're working somewhere. You know where my first job was when I graduated from high school? I was a custodian. I was a custodian at the school I graduated from. And it was amazing the advice that these people gave me that I was working there. And I was upset. Like, dude, man, I can't believe I'm cleaning the school I just left. I was hoping to get another kind of job, but you're going to send me to the place I was trying to leave? What the world? And the guy who was the head custodian, they were like, well, maybe this is a metaphor for you to clean up your act, man. For you to just let everything go. All the garbage, the past, you're cleaning it up, man. You're cleaning up the school. You're reminiscing. You're having your memories. You're seeing what you could have done better, what you're proud of. And then as you clean the school, you'll now know what you have to do when you leave. You'll have this experience because you're working. Everyone else I worked with was like in their 40s and 50s and above. No one was my age when I was working there. I was just, an 18-year-old dude. So there was that. And I learned a lot. And then I moved on, got more experience. Then I went to college. And then that's when I had more, like, a sense of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to become. Like that. So I'm glad that they're doing this training session. You're seeing the rookies training, learning stamina, learning defense and stuff. And we get to see here their insight, how exhausted they are. And a lot of tips that people can pick up on. Recently, I'm seeing a lot of people who are trying to find a way to get muscle. A lot of people know how to lose weight, but not a lot of people know how to get muscle. And the way to get muscle isn't just you working out. You gotta make sure you have that protein in you, man. Not people usually eat before they work out, but no, you eat after you work out. And you eat a breakfast too, of course. But after you work out, you gotta make sure to eat too. Because your muscles, your body is tired, it's gonna need that nourishment, So I like how the wizard boy was like, yeah, man, I gotta eat. So I'm glad he picked up. Everyone else didn't want to eat. They feel like they'll throw up, they eat. Even if you feel like throwing up, you gotta eat. Man, I remember stories of some coworkers saying where they were trying to enlist in the army, and they actually had to gain weight to get into the army because they were that skinny. So their recruiter was there at the table just forcing them to eat everything on the table just to make sure they get in. Like, wow, that's one good recruiter. But anyways, I said this episode was just more on insight, and I love insight episodes. The fighting and the battles and the tension I love too, but I always love the character development and insights because it makes the characters feel less 2D and more real people, which I've always enjoyed watching and reading, of course. So, and as for the girl, the girl with the pointy ears, everyone keeps saying she's an elf girl. She is not elf girl. She is a Rhea. Well, in that world, she's a Rhea. Technically, you could consider them halflings. In every medieval fantasy adventure, these kind of creatures have different names, but they're always being confused with elves all the time because of their pointy ears. But you're also forgetting that they're also very small. And they remain small. They're just small. So they can be the name of hobbits, halflings, Rheas. So her name isn't Rhea. It's her kind is what she is. She's a Rhea. And they also eat a lot as well. Damn, they eat a lot too. You saw how she's wolfing down that bread? Jesus Christ, man. I haven't seen someone wolf down bread since Haramaru. But yeah, that's what kind of creature she is. She is not an elf, okay? If you see anyone else call her an elf to say she's not an elf, she's a Rhea, halfling, hobbit, all the things. And not even a hobbit, you see their feet of how things are. But they're creatures that usually like to walk around barefoot, and they're very small. Even when they're very old, they'll always remain small. And yes, I guess they can be hobbits too, okay? Yeah, they can be hobbits too, because I forgot. Hobbits also eat a lot as well. And run Lord of the Rings, like, we already had breakfast, but what about second breakfast? Second breakfast. Yeah. And I guess the last thing to talk about is the thing with the farm girl. She's talking about how the world keeps spinning and how she like she can't do anything. Everyone's moving on. Everyone's like getting even Goblin Slayer. You thought this dude would just stay forever slaying goblins, which he still does. But now he's teaching people. He's going out and drinking with friends. He's talking about his feelings, his past. He's having his own version of therapy. In a way, he's moving on. He's evolving and stuff. Even the priest girl, she's trying to go on an adventure on her own to prove herself to the guild. Everyone is moving on and advancing. While you see the farm girl, she's there. I guess she sees herself as that canary in a cage. Goblin Slayer just wants to protect her, but that's it. So she feels like she can't go anywhere, or she's too afraid to go anywhere. There's something that she's not letting out that she should be. Everyone's always on Goblin Slayer about letting out his feelings and, you know, just being a person. What she is doing it now, but no one is really there for the farm girl. When you really think about it, it really sucks. No one's there for her. Goblin Slayer is, the uncle's busy, but she needs more than that. But again, it's up to her to also make that step to be sociable with other people, let out her feelings, how she truly feels, or else she's going to be stuck as the world continues to spin. So, yeah. And of course, goblins are on the rise. This show wouldn't be Goblin Slayer about goblins, for crying out loud. So, there's that. Good episode. Very good episode. I enjoyed it. It was nice. The insights, the character development. The new characters don't seem that bad either. And of course, I don't even hate the Wizard Boy that much. Yeah, he's stubborn and stuff and prideful. But you need to get rid of that pride a bit, or you're end up just like his sister. Sorry. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So anyways, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.